Alright, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2022 My Team Career Mode. Today we have Imola. Now not only do we have the normal race in Imola, we also do have the sprint race, which I definitely knew was turned on and definitely knew was at this track, and didn't get really shocked when I went into what should have been qualifying, or what should have been the race, and it was only 5 laps, but it's good. I quite enjoy the sprint races, but we'll get into that. But to begin with, we have to go to qualifying for the sprint race. We have the qualifying, so let's hopefully get a good enough time. I mean, we probably won't. Yeah, no. I did a practice session and I put my all into it, and came P22. Not by much, but it was P22. Anyways, we're coming through the last couple of corners now. Turn 18 just completed. And we will improve on our time, but we're not going to improve enough to gain a new position, which isn't great. It really isn't. But P22, and we have an extra 5 laps to try and make up some positions.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, George Russell, and Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Vettel, and Yuki Tsunoda, Perez, Albon, Guan Yu Zhou, and Ocon, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, and Nicholas Latifi, Stroll, Gasly, Mick Schumacher, and Reed. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Alright. So with this one, obviously you go soft. You just stay on whatever tyre you will, which in the normal sprint, some people go for medium, because they do basically a 25% race. But because we're already doing a 25% race, we only do 5 laps. So no need to pit. Anyways, there's a chance of rain at the end, but I doubt it. So we're going to pull up to park on the right-hand side of the track, I think. And hope, you can see in the bottom right, our engine's got a bit of an issue. Hope it doesn't blow up. It probably will. This is our 3rd ICE as well. Oh, that was slick.
Incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the
that was bloody
edge.
incredible. Hold that.
The race starts.
Okay, here we go then. So 5 red lights here in Imola for the sprint race. We are underway. An alright start. We're going to pull to the left-hand side of the track behind Schumacher. Pull to the right and see if we can get down the inside. We can't, unfortunately, because he just moves over a bit too much. We might be able to get a huge dive into turn 2, which is technically turn 2, and we do, alongside Lance Stroll and Nicholas Latifi, the battle of the Canadians. We have a little bit of a tap with Stroll there, actually, on his rear end. Didn't know I had to say it like that. Gasly, you're behaving a bit mad, you know. You're really aggressive. What are you on? Jesus. Okay, we're going to go around the outside of Lance Stroll into turn 7, and also alongside Nick Latifi. Wow. I just want to take a moment, pause the race, to just say thank you for all the support recently. The video's been doing really well, and I'm glad to know that you all are enjoying it. Alright, back to the race. Heading towards turn 9, then we're going to have a look around the outside. We're going to pull to the inside of Nick Latifi as he locks up and goes off the track in turn 9. Yellow flag behind him, he gets back on. But that has sent him all the way down to the bottom of the grid. Well, I say all the way down. It took him down like 4 positions, because we're already at the back. We're making up good time, making up good positions, which will give us a good start for the next race, for the full race, which is what we want. And luckily they are being so aggressive, they're actually holding each other up, which should allow us to keep behind, even though there is no race pace here. Heading down to turn 18, we're going to have a dive down the inside of Kevin Magnussen to put us up into 17th position, as Charles Leclerc leads the pack onto the 2nd lap of 5. We're in P17. Oscar Piastri, our teammate ahead of us right now. Magnussen is still behind. He's going to possibly pull forward, try and have a look. Down, well, round the outside, sorry, of turn 2. Is he gonna? No. He's not gonna be that stupid. I mean, he might, but I doubt it. Anyways, Oscar Piastri still ahead of us, 0.9 seconds away. Oh, how did we not get underbody damage from that? I have no idea. Alright, here we go. Coming out of Aqua Minerale and heading towards the turn 14 and 15 chicane. Don't know the name for it. Do not care. We're going to have a look down the inside. Can't really make it through, but there's a really... I don't know why everyone's going so slow. There was a huge pile-up. Well, not pile-up. Blockage there. And we use that opportunity to go up into P16, pass our teammate, and carrying on through the pack, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Ocon ahead of us now then. Heading down towards turn 5. Let's see if there's anything we can do in the next couple of corners. Nothing at the moment. Through turn 6 now. Heading towards 7. We're going to go down the inside of turn 7 and just sneak our way up. He's alongside us still, and he's going to battle maybe, but he pulls away. We just deploy our ERS. Deploy our ERS as fully as we can into turn 9. He's still right there, but he backs off out of turn 9 as he won't manage to survive. Heading through Aqua Minerale then and up into turn 14 and 15 is the next chicane. Sorry, that took me a minute. Zhou Guan Yu ahead of us. See what he can do. Not much, really. He's not going really fast, but he's not going really slow. We'll be able to catch up to him, though, hopefully. Heading towards turn 18, putting to the right, to move back to the left, to have a look down the inside. That was clean. Woo. That was... That was nice. That was really nice. Alright, lap 4, behind Daniel Ricciardo. Oh my god! Holy Nora bloody, what the fuck? Almost. Huge lock-up, nearly into the back of Ricciardo, past Ricciardo and past Albon as well, up into P12. Oh, Albon comes back at us, and we go back at him. And he pushes himself off the track. I didn't do that. I left him plenty of room. Kind of. Sort of. Yeah. Alright, here we go then. Lap 5 of 5, coming through the last chicane. We're still in P12. We've kept P12. Oh, a little bit of a dodgy drift out of turn 15, but we are in P12. Charles Leclerc is your race winner, and we should hopefully stay in P12 as long as Albon doesn't go for an absolute dive down the inside of turn 19. He doesn't, and we're going to go away to cross the line, P12. Pretty good for a sprint. 10 positions, actually. Yeah. I mean, we almost died twice. So that was fun. But yeah, driver of the day. Let's have a look at the standings after this. So, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Russell, Alonso and Norris all getting at least 1 point from the sprint race. And we've got the actual race to come up. And hopefully, we don't die.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. 1 lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula 1 circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas and Russell, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Tsunoda and Sebastian Vettel, Perez, Reed, Alex Albon and Ricciardo, Joe, Ocon, Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Latifi and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
Alright, looking at RIC after that race, it's cutting it fine. I can't lie. There's a high chance, or there's a 100% chance you have to replace it after this race. There's a high chance we will never be able to use it again. But can't change it now because I'll get a penalty. I don't want that, because then the whole sprint race was pointless. Well, I just retired. So, yeah. Anyways, here we go then, forming up on the grid behind Perez in P12. Let's see what we can do. We need to get a good parking position and hope for the best, pulling up to the right hand side of the track. Going to do a little burnout if we can. It's kind of difficult to get burnouts going on this game because you just end up just stopping. Optimal parking, let's go.
Parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Alright, Mark.
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up
Alright,
now.
let's do this thing. On the grid, pretty good start. So here we go then for 5 red lights here in Imola. We are underway for the full race now, not the sprint race in P12. We're going to lose P12 instantly as an awful start to Albon. Ricciardo as well comes at us. Gains a 2nd position. We really should be in P12. So I don't know what was going on yesterday. Or I say yesterday. It would have been yesterday if it was real life. But, oh, what the hell? Ricciardo just had a seizure and, oh, Christ. So have I. And there you go, Ricciardo goes past again. But we go back past him in turn 5. And straight away at the end of lap 1, Magnussen is coming straight for us, going straight past us on the left. Into turn 1 now, heading towards turn 2. We're going to have a look on the outside, see if we can just outbrake him maybe. Maybe we can. Oh my god, Magnussen! He's pushed us off, the cheeky bastard. So I don't like to swear a lot, but bloody hell. And he and Joe gets past. Come on, that's BS right there. Silly man. Alright, Ricciardo alongside us now, or behind us, sorry. I'm going to try and let him get past before this line just ahead of us, and I do, and I will get DRS. Lovely.
Keep on him, you might make a mistake.
I plan on it, mate. I plan on it. DRS. He won't have it, because he has been well and truly played.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on medium. There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
You got pushed off. Here we go. Round the outside, right hand side. Yellow flag into turn 1. Oh, not turn 1. Not what's happened there. Ricardo! Bloody hell. Verstappen went off. I slowed down for the yellow, and Ricardo just drives into the back of us. These AI are... Tune it down. Tune it down. Bloody hell. I don't know what happened with Verstappen.
Okay, gaps in the
Just
car
went up into the
ahead
gravel, I
is
guess.
2.9
It happens. Alright, here we go then. Lap 5, heading down towards turn 2. We got Verstappen right behind us, Schumacher behind him. Zhou and Magnussen still ahead after they profited from the fact that... Oh, what the fuck? Verstappen really likes the gravel. New Carlos? Can't say that. Oh, Jesus. Alright, out of turn 18 we go. Verstappen will have the RS, but we're going to pull into the pits, so it is not important for him. Right, let's do this. Let's actually get a decent pit stop for once. Please. Please. I've realised when I press it, when it hits 0, it's normally late. So if I press it a little bit before, good. I'll take a good 2.6 to 2.9, and we get a 2.7, and away we go. Out ahead of Tsunoda and Vettel, and they both came in ahead of in front of me. So I'll take that. I think they're in front of me. No, they probably won't. I don't know. Alright, on the mediums, let's go. See what we can do. Warm these tyres up and get racing again. Alright, lap 7. On to lap 8. A lot of people are pitted, and Verstappen and Zhou are going at it towards turn 1. A couple of people coming out of the pit. We're going to have a look down the inside. Going to go 3 wide into turn 2. No, we're not. Verstappen's gone into the gravel again, and he's pulled Zhou with him. Wow. Verstappen really is the new Carlos. Okay. King of gravel. 3 times in one race. 3 times. Christ. Well, we gained up P13. from their incident. I will take that. Alright, here we go. Lap 9, behind Albon. Not by much as well, so we should get DRS at the end of this lap, which would allow us to obviously get past.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
I intend on it, Mark. I do. I really do. I'm just saving it. But it wears down very fast. Alright, Albon ahead of us. Magnussen ahead of him. So he'll get DRS off of Magnussen, but we'll get DRS off of Albon. And we're getting very close. We might actually have to get past. We're going to go along the left-hand side of him, heading towards the start-finish straight. Turn 1 we go. And we are ahead. Heading down towards turn 2 now. Magnussen ahead of us. We're going to be careful behind him, because the AI really like to try and push you off the track, don't they? Don't they? They do. A little bit of drift out of turn 4. So we're all good. Into turn 5 and 6. A very fast, like chicane-esque style corner. Into turn 7. We're going to have a look down the inside of Magnussen. Going to keep it very close to the line. Oh, almost a bit too close. Over rotation there. And nearly died. But we're fine. Lap 10. We're in P11. Life is great. Anyways, lap 10. P11 still. Norris and Alonso. He's called Albon though. Norris and Alonso ahead of us. Latifi and Gasly pitting. That'll put us in P9 actually. Wow, okay. They're pitting very late. Fair enough. Alright, behind Alonso again, caught up a little bit now. 0.7 seconds, or 7 tenths of a second between me and him. Oh, caution, yellow flag ahead. That's an Alfa Romeo going solid. It's not Zhou, that was Bottas. Out of the session as well. Pulled to the left-hand side of the track. Huh, very interesting. Don't know what happened there. Probably an ICE issue. Right, lap 12, we're behind Alonso again. We had DRS this time. He's quite far ahead, so we're going to get nowhere near. And he has DRS on Norris. But he might try and make a move around about here. Oh, no, never mind. Safety car. I don't know what's happened there. There's no one stopped, no one slowed. Bottas is still on track, so maybe they put a safety car out for that Bottas incident. Well, I don't know. And the engine is red. Fun. Very fun. Okay, then here we go, back to green flag racing behind Alonso. We're going to have a look to the right-hand side and swish it back to the left. See if we can get down the inside of turn 2. We can just about get down the inside. Very nicely. Up into P7, which is a solid points haul, actually. That's 6 points, I believe, which I will happily take.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, life is good. Oh, life is bad. 98% on the ICE. We are smoking. And we only have one lap to go. Let's see if we can do it. We're going to let Alonso and we're going to let Magnussen pass. There's nothing we can do. We're not going to be able to defend against them. We could still probably get P9 or P10 and gain a point if we can just keep the car moving forward. Yeah, 98%. That is dodgy. We're getting very, very close to the end of this line. 99% now. But it's a final lap. Let's see what we can do. Schumacher and Alonso batting towards turn 1. Or turn 2, sorry. And Magnussen and Alonso. Oh my god, Schumacher. Behave. Bloody hell. What was he thinking? That's I know. Oh, heading towards turn 5 and 6. Oh, shit.
Sorry, mate, just so you know, that wasn't your fault.
That's
what
my
happened
engine.
was entirely out of your control there.
God damn it. Don't warn me about retiring from the session, bro. There we are. Sat on the side of the track. Christ. Wow. That's the third one of the season, you know. That's the third one. We're getting penalties now. And many of them.
So another excellent win from Ferrari. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
That's not a great way to end. But we had a really good race and a really good sprint, to be fair. Unfortunately, we didn't do too well elsewhere. Looking at the weekend standings, though, because that's what you do now with the sprint races. Now, Charles Leclerc P1, Lewis Hamilton P2, Carlos Sainz P3, George Russell P4, and Sergio Perez in P5. Race-wise, I believe it was Charles in first, Lewis in second, and Carlos in third. Carlos will have lost the lead of the championship after this, by quite a bit as well. Because I mean, if you look here, Carlos got 22 points this weekend, but Charles got 34. He got the max available points for a sprint race weekend, which is really impressive, actually. Like, has anyone done that before? I don't know if they have, you know. I don't think anyone has got max points at the week. I think actually Max might have at Imola this year, but I don't know actually. Yeah, I might have to look it up. No, I can't be bothered. But yeah, not a great way to end a race, but good battles. Looking at their standings then. Actually, Carlos is only 7 points behind Charles, so it's still on for them too. I mean, it is also like the 5th race. Lewis in 3rd, Sergio in 4th, Mick Schumacher in 5th. Oh, okay. That was, I was reading it, I was thinking, oh, Max Verstappen. No, it was Mick. Okay. But with that, the Imola Grand Prix weekend, the sprint race weekend, comes to an end. I do really like the sprint races, actually. Although you kind of think, it's 5 laps, is there a point? There is, because what I've noticed with these sprint races, or this sprint race, it might be different with everyone, but for this one at least, is the AI are a lot slower. I don't know why, but I mean, we got what? We got from P12 to P7 in the actual race, but we got from P22 to P12 in the sprint. So I think they're either slower or a lot more aggressive to the point where they slow each other down. Because you're like, obviously like when you're bassing, you go off the optimum racing line and you slow each other down. That's what they're doing throughout this whole sprint race. Like, there was battles after battle after battle. You couldn't see it half the time. If you looked at the mini-map throughout, there was cars side by side the whole time. And they were obviously slowing them down. And then because it was only 5 laps, there was no time for a gap to form. So everyone else got caught up behind it. And yeah, so sprint races are good, but kind of pointless at this sort of stage. 5 laps only. But we'll continue doing them. We get 3 a season, so might as well. Anyways, thank you for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again for the next race, which is a new track that I've never raced at. I've never driven at, other than in the Assetto Corsa. And that is the Miami Grand Prix. So that should be a very interesting one. And I hope to see you then.